Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Andrew from DNW Logistics, coming to you on a beautiful Thursday morning here in Texas. I just crossed into Texas. Wanted to stop at a rest area, and I did, but you can't use the damn rest area because the damn restrooms are closed. They got bars over them. I don't know what's going on there. Texas, you need to do better. Anyway, got 3 cars behind me. A 2022 Nissan Frontier, a 2021 Ford Transit cargo van, a small one, and then a 2018 or 19 F-250 Super Duty, I believe. Something like that. That's what I got behind me today. Just wanted to make a video. I haven't posted one in a while. I'm not trying to get YouTube famous. Just post a video. I want to talk about 3 things today. I'm trying not to make it long, but they need to be covered. One, I want to talk about straps. And I'm not going to go into freight and using chains because I deal with cars. That's where I'm going to stay. I'm not a flatbedder. I'm a car hauler. And as you can see, I'm not in a Western Star. I am in a Dodge 5500. We switch trucks. Me and another driver. All right. So, I want to talk about straps. I know that the law states you only have to have 2 straps per car. I get that. I know a lot of guys do that. And the 2 most common answers I get when I ask people about it is, well, the law says I only got to have 2, and then I want to save time. The less time I got to spend strapping is the less time, the more time I can drive. Okay. I understand, and it makes sense. I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm just saying that you can take a couple extra minutes if you got 2 or 3 cars, whatever, or 5, 6, whatever. Take a few extra minutes and put 2 more straps on that car. Whether you have a 1 car, a 2 car, a 3 car, a 4 car, whatever. No matter how many you got, just put 4 straps on the car. I know the law states that you only need 2, but you know what? Reality is, customers, they feel better when you put 4 on there. Trust me, I know. When I was running for myself, I'd pull somewhere, like, you put 4 straps on there? Yes, sir, I did. They appreciate that. That shows you care about their shit and you care about getting it there without any incident. They appreciate that. People may disagree with me, but I promise you, come on, fucking cheat. I promise you that they do. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I know this shit's been covered before, but I wanted to put that out there. I know what the law states, but if you're a business owner, I'd put 4 on there. That few extra minutes ain't gonna hurt you. You got 11 hours of drive and 14 hours of work. Number 2, second thing I want to cover. Not even number 2, but the second thing I want to cover. Wedge trailers. I'm not opposed to them. I have a wedge, and if my truck hadn't broke down, I'd still be running for myself. Not a hit on the wedges. But what I see a lot of people doing, for whatever reason, and maybe it's just because I wasn't paying attention or whatever, but in the past month and a half, I've been to Colorado, Arkansas, and I'm in Texas. I don't know why I keep seeing it. I keep seeing wedge trailers, and they'll have 1 car on top of the fucking trailer. On a low profile, like I got right now, it's probably not bad. But still, if I only got 1 car on there, I'm putting it over the wheels. I don't understand why. these guys with these wedges keep putting cars on top of the trailer when there's one car on it. Okay, I've seen it. I've seen it happen in videos. I've seen it happen in person. My friends who are truck drivers have seen it. You get that one car on top. Say you're in, I don't know, Tennessee, and you're coming down Black Mountain in North Carolina. Or you're going that way, you start going down Black Mountain. Black Mountain ain't no joke. You got one car on that trailer, and you get cocky or you get greedy. You get going too fast, you know what's going to happen? You're going to roll the fuck over. Plain and simple. You're going to roll over. Because, oh man, it's not that much weight, you know, this, that, or the other. Whatever, you know, whatever excuse or whatever reason someone may have. I'm not saying it's everybody. I'm saying, you know, some people. But you got to stop putting the cars on the top. If there's one car, put that shit on the bottom. Put it over the fucking wheels. That's like basic fucking car hauling knowledge. I mean, hell, that's what I was looking at before I even started my business. I was watching YouTube. And when I got my fucking 3 car, when I put one car on there, I put that bitch over the wheels. And then when I put 2 on there, guess what I did? I moved that one up. They gotta be toward the back. I mean, that's just plain and simple. You get going around a curve too fast, or a turn, you try and make a turn too sharp, you're gonna roll the fuck over if they're on top. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I don't care if you have a damn 3500 that weighs 8,550 pounds. It's leaning a little bit, and I don't know if it's just the guys with the goosenecks or what, but just saying, it's more easy to roll over. So put the cars on the bottom. And while we're on the subject of fucking wedge trailers and shit, why would you not get a 5th wheel? I'm not asking for a friend. It's kind of a rhetorical question. Why would you not get a 5th wheel? I know 5th wheels are expensive. Okay? I know they are. But what would you rather feel? What do you feel safer in doing? A 5th wheel or a gooseneck? The 5th wheel, you got a kingpin and you got all that shit holding that together. A gooseneck ball, what do you got? Just a ball. I'm not saying you're wrong for doing it. I'm not saying you're wrong. And I know there's a lot of people that got gooseneck wedges that do just fine. I get that. I'm just saying, spend that little bit of extra money and get a 5th wheel. I mean, I was looking at 5th wheels before I got mine, and I said, man, those things are fucking expensive. And I've had a gooseneck before, but it was not a wedge. It was a 2-car gooseneck. I've hauled one of those before. And I've hauled a couple of horse trailers that had goosenecks. That's why I have a gooseneck ball in the truck, or in my truck. That way I can connect it and go if somebody needs something hauled. Because I have done that before. And like I said, I'm not trying to dig at you or ding you for anything, because there's a lot of people that do perfectly fine with a gooseneck. I'm just saying, to me, it would be better if you got a 5th wheel. I know they're expensive. I mean, I spent $600 on mine and it was used. But it was used one time. It was a B&W Companion, and it was rated for like 32,000 pounds or something. So I have no worries when I have my trailer full of cars, because it ain't going nowhere. Or it's gonna be there where I need it. So, like I said, not trying to ding you or dig at you if you got a gooseneck. Just saying, to me, the better choice would be 5th wheel all the way. Number third thing I want to talk about. There's a donkey laying in the shade over there. Sorry, I got ADHD bad. Third thing I want to say, pre-trip. I know it's like beating a dead horse. Everybody talks about pre-trip. Everybody talks about straps. Everybody talks about wedges. Well, I'm just putting in my 2 cents. If everybody else does it. Pre-trip is very important. And I'm going to talk about specifically about lugs. No matter where you went to school to learn how to drive, a big truck, get your CDL. What's one thing they always told you pre-trip? Check your lugs, check your tires, check your wheels. Make sure they ain't got rust stains and all that. Make sure nothing's missing. Well, I went through the damn scale house in Louisiana. I didn't go over the scales, but I still got pulled in by a state trooper there at the end. He got my paperwork, checked the lights, everything was good. He walks around to the front of the truck, something I did not see or did not know, because it was there when I checked it. He said, "Hey man, one of these things ain't like the other." And I was looking at it, I was like, I didn't know what he was talking about. I was like, oh Jesus. I looked, fucking lug nut missing. And I said, well, shit. He goes, I don't know if that's an out of service violation. Damn, that truck is smoking. He needs to pull the fuck over. Shit's on fire. Wow. He said, I don't know if it's out of service violation. He goes, but I'm going to see. Oh, okay. First level 1 inspection that I've ever had done where I had a violation. All right. He said, it's not an out of service violation, but you need to get it fixed. I said, okay. He said if it was an out of service violation, we would take one off the back, put it on the front, and then it'd just be a violation. I said, okay, that's fine. So I don't see how taking one off the back and putting it on the front is not a violation, but whatever, beyond me. I don't know. Guy was real cool though. And so I was like, man, he said, so he comes back, not a violation on me. I got to give the paper to the company. I'll send it to him, or send him a picture or whatever. But he said, you need to get that fixed. I said, all right. So, and right now I'm driving a 5500. I don't know if a pilot or Loves or a TA or is going to have a lug nut for that side, for the tire that the wheel that I'm using. I went to a Love's last night when I stopped, and I walked in and I said, I said, you got any lug nuts? And he goes, what size? I said, I have no idea, because I don't know. I do know on my 3500 and the 5500 should be about the same. I don't remember what it was. I said, what's the smallest one you got? And he gave me one. He goes, if it fits, keep it. I said, cool. Well, it didn't fit. It was the smallest one. I said, shit. So I'm gonna go to when I get to my first drop off, either my first or second one. I think there's a couple of dealerships around there. If there's a Dodge dealership or an Advance or an Auto Part or O'Reilly's or something close by, I'm gonna go pop my head in and be like, hey, I need a lug nut. But anyway, yes, pre-trip is very important. Make sure you check your lug nuts and that they are tight. I walked around today. I did a thorough inspection. I looked at all of them. I touched them, and everything was good. So I don't know if, to be completely honest, I don't know if that happened yesterday or the day before yesterday, like when they went and picked this truck up, if it was missing then. I have no idea. But yesterday, when I woke up and did my fucking pre-trip, that shit was... I never saw it. I just missed it. And I got gigged for it. So, come on, dude. If you're going to go by me, go by me. I'm doing 74 miles an hour. You see I'm catching up with this dude. God. Bonehead truckers that got these damn trucks that only do 74 miles an hour. We're in Texas where the fucking speed limit's 75. And I have to slow down so you can go by me. God, I hate that. Fucking bonehead truckers. But I see it all the time. Speed limit 70. You got this guy doing 65. You got this guy doing 67. It's like a fucking drag race and they're not going anywhere. And you got traffic lined up behind you. Fuck me. Whew. Swear to God. Anyway, so make sure that when you're doing your pre-trip, you're checking your lug nuts. See, look at this. I'm doing 66 miles an hour and I'm caught up to the dude. I wish I could turn my camera around so you can see this. Now he ain't gonna get over it. There you go, big guy. Thanks for making me slow down. Fucking idiot. Anyway, make sure you do your pre-trip, especially when it comes to your lug nuts. I mean, you should do it anyway because that's what you were taught. And oh, it's cold, it's raining, it's snowing, I don't want to. You know what? Embrace the suck. Okay? I spent many years in the military where I got snowed on and rained on and sleeted on, where I was wet and tired and hungry, and guess what? You kept going. The good thing is, though, you have a truck that you can get in. And whether you have a pickup truck or whatever, you can always dry yourself off and fucking change clothes. I've done it in my pickup many times. People, why didn't you just get a semi? Well, you know what? If I had known better, hindsight 2020. I never had nobody teach me how to do that shit. I learned that shit all on my own. I had monetary help from some people that I have since paid back. But guess what? When I was tired, I got up and did it. When I was fucking cold, I got up and did it. When I was wet, I still did it. You still got to do it. Don't matter. And don't matter because your equipment is what makes you money. And when that shit goes down, it costs you money. And if you're the one bringing in the bacon, you're the only one bringing in the bacon, your equipment goes down, you are shit out of luck. Trust me, I know. So I tell you a story. January of 2020, I hit a bale of hay. I was in Hickory, North Carolina, traveling I-40 east. I hit a round bale of hay that somebody had lost out of the back of their truck. My shit went down. It was down for a month and a half. Everything was covered under warranty, so I wasn't worried about it. $14,000 worth of new shit for a truck I had just bought in October 2019. All right. Fast forward 6 months. My wife has quit the job she was at because her boss was a piece of shit. And all I'm going to tell you is the way he talked to her, you should not ever talk to anyone like that, especially a grown ass woman, you don't talk to them like a child. And that guy don't know how close he came to getting his ass kicked. My wife came home crying and told me what happened. She just needed somebody to hear her out. She was fine. She told me that months ago when I got pissed off when he called about something that was not her fault. Anyway, that guy just don't know how close he came to getting his ass whooped. Anyway, so she decided she was going to stay home with the kids, take them to school, that type of deal, which she did anyway. And we have our nieces. They have small kids, 5, 3-year-old. They're not at school yet, so my wife decided to, help them out and keep them instead of sending them to daycare and all that shit. So my buddy got a hold of me. He run a Dodge dealership. He said, "Hey, I got these two vans that I bought. They need to go to Michigan, and I got 2 Rams there that need to come back." He's like, "Can you do it for me?" I said, "Yeah." I went to his dealership. We worked out a price that worked for both of us. I said, "Cool." He's the one I bought the truck from. I get going. I go and pick them up in Kenly, North Carolina. Went and picked them up in Kenly, loaded them up, got to Winston-Salem. Low coolant light came on. I said, "That's not right," because I just did a service on it. I know it's got coolant. So I put the shit in there. Pulled over to a Lowe's parking lot, to the back part. Heard a horrible noise. I cut it off. I cut it back on. Didn't have power steering, so I just cut it off. I don't know what happened. I mean, I could cut it on, and I could run the AC because it was fucking July, which I did, but I had to keep cutting it off because I didn't want to blow the fucking motor. So anyway, I look at it next day because it was dark, and my belt tensioner had broke off, and that's why I didn't have power steering, because my belt was fucking in there flapping. It was only down for about a week, I believe. But those 2 incidences alone, cost me, money, because Bill's still got to get paid, regardless if your shit goes down or not. For how long? Bill's still got to get paid. They don't stop coming. Money stops coming in when that shit happens, but it don't stop going out. You gotta buy groceries. You gotta have power. You gotta have lights. So, I mean, it is what it is. You don't necessarily need cable. You don't need that high-speed internet, but you still need the basics: groceries, power, lights, rent, mortgage, whatever. Living off savings. So I finally got going, and I started to recoup some of that, and then I went to CDL school and fucking blew up again. But anyway, so yes, do your pre-trip, especially. I mean, it doesn't matter if you run for yourself or not. You should take pride in what you have, whether you're a company driver, an owner operator, or you're borrowing somebody, like a rental, like from Penske or Hertz or Enterprise or Ryder, wherever, fucking U-Haul. Okay? If you should take pride in what you have. I mean, you should. If it gets dirty, you clean it. If it breaks down, if you're a company driver, you say, "Hey, I need another truck. What can you do for me? What do we got?" Or, you're an owner operator, you gotta get that shit fixed. Especially if that makes you money. So take pride in what you have and make sure you do that good pre-trip. That's basically what that boils down to. But, so yes, I know I sound like I'm beating a dead horse. Make sure you do your pre-trip, especially when it comes to your lug nuts, because you will get gigged. And by the way, just caveat real quick. All the lights that are going down, or all the trucks that are going down the road with all the lights all over, they look like fucking 4th of July. I'm going to tell you something right now. That's cool and all. I mean, hell, I've got lights on mine. That's cool and all, but I don't know how many of you guys know that. If you catch the wrong officer on the wrong day, like he ain't got nothing from his wife in a couple of days, or he's had a bad day, or somebody's breathing down his neck, he ain't written enough tickets, whatever. You're going down the road and you got all those lights on there. If one light is out and you catch the wrong dot officer on the wrong day, he can put you out of service for that one fucking chicken light being out. Just FYI. All right. Make sure you do your pre-trip, whether you're an owner, operator, or a company driver, or whatever. Take pride in what you're driving. Okay, take pride in what you're driving and make sure that it's in top shape and you're not going to give out a violation. Make sure you put 4 straps on the car. It does not take that long. It really don't. I promise you it don't take that long. And stop putting your cars on top of the wedge. Put it on the back, over the tires. When you go to pick up another one, move that one forward, put the other car on there. It's plain and simple. It don't take that long. It really don't. Especially if you're experienced with a 3-car or 5 or whatever kind of car you're driving, whatever kind of trailer you're pulling behind you. All right, that's all for me for today. I got about 150 miles to go before I get my first drop. I should be there around 115 or 120. But this is Andrew from DNW Logistics.